Hi everyone, this is Ahmed, and this is the fourth episode of Hammer and Smith podcast. Today I have something to explain to my audience. As you know, we already conduct a lot of workshops every weekend at our studio, but now we're starting a new series of workshops by the name of Learning Series, under which we will cover subjects like human behavior, mental health, soft skills relating to job hunting, resume making, stress management. This sort of subjects will be covered. So the first workshop we are going to do under this new learning series will be stress management by my friend Khurram Amanullah. He will introduce himself and tell you why this workshop is for you and why you should attend this workshop. Khurram, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum all. So my name is Khurram Amanullah. I'm basically by qualification as a chartered accountant, and I've got 25 years of corporate experience. And besides that, I'm also a teacher. I am almost a trainee psychotherapist. I've studied psychotherapy. I have passed NLP certification, and I've been doing certain trainings here and a lot of other places. So why stress management? Stress management is basically, it's a common syndrome, I would say, and it has become so common these days that people of all ages are actually facing and I would say suffering from stress.
Yeah.
And on top of it, people are actually not even aware of it. What is stress? So how to recognize stress, that is also more important.
Right.
For instance, if you have bowel syndrome, frequent bowel syndrome, if you feel breathing issues, at certain incidents, while certain situation,
anxiety and all that is also covered here.
You feel lack of breathing, you feel lack of, or you feel anger, you're angry a lot of times. I mean, suppose you reach home from your office and you just feel not,
present in that moment.
So that those things actually are feelings which are related to stress.
Okay.
So in my session, in my workshop, first of all, I'll teach you how to be calm in the stressful situation with the breathing exercise. Then I'll explain what are the triggers of stress.
Yeah.
And how it affects us mentally, behaviorally, and physically, and also how to deal with that. So that would be.
So these will be the basic points that you will cover. So Khurram, just tell me briefly, how did you got your interest into doing these things?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you said you're a chartered accountant, right? But then you had an interest in doing these things, like getting into this human behavior, stress management, and all these things, like psychotherapy and all this.
Yeah.
So like, how did it come about?
Actually, I've studied Quran. I've studied Quran with the meanings. I'm not a Hafiz, but I've studied Quran with the meanings. And from Quran, I understood that Quran is a subject of human behavior.
Yeah.
And human behavior arises from different aspects. So basically then in 2017, I joined Institute to learn psychotherapy. I did my certification, then I took the class for a diploma. Then I'm actually, completing my client hours to get the diploma and the other stuff completed. Okay. So, our emotions, how our emotions work, how, why, we have emotional stress, why we have traumas, why we have, and how it comes, how to deal with those, how to process those. Yeah. That has become actually one of my passion.
Okay, so it's your passion basically.
Yeah.
So in addition to finance and accounting, this is your passion.
It has become my passion. So I'm actually fulfilling my passion. So teaching, counseling, it is mainly for my passion. So
maybe Khurram can cover other subjects for us in other workshops. For example, we're planning to do a workshop on home finance, budgeting, and personal finance, personal investment, wealth management, and all that.
Yeah.
So we will be doing all these kind of workshops under this new series. Because I felt that there is always a need for people who, especially in our field where there are a lot of creative people who understand how to make the product and how to run the businesses, but then there's a large number of people who though know the skill, they have the knowledge, they have the degrees, but then they really don't know how to go about and actually getting that job or getting that first business deal for themselves. And then there are people, for example, a lot of businessmen and a lot of entrepreneurs, especially nowadays when this financial crisis going on, everybody's in a lot of stress about how to just go about their finances.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would be asking me that why don't you give these type of workshops as well? You are telling people how to actually make something out of leather, but then how do they go and sell it? How do they start the business? And people who are selling businesses, they're not doing really well. So how about telling them how to do social media management, how to take product photography? So these soft skills are also very much needed apart from actually having a skill.
Exactly.
So that's why we're thinking about doing these workshops. So the workshop we're doing with Khurram is on 23rd of December. We will make a post about it, so do sign up for it. And I will give links to Khurram's profiles under in the description of this video, so you can follow him and maybe personally ask him questions about these subjects, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.